Greetings everyone, I am RSV. Even if you know where all the gatherable are, you might not be able to route properly, and messy routing can really make the process take a very long time, especially if you have to go out of your way for fruit, vegetables or seafood that aren't on the beaten path. Well, here's some advice for the path you should take while you're doing your daily quests and your daily gathering. My first bit of advice is to not start in Central Caveris. The reason for this is if you travel clockwise around the map and go through North Caveris, you'll end up right next to the Ryuka in Central Caveris. This saves time as you do not need to go into a loading screen, and also since your gathering prospects are right next to each other, it speeds up the process dramatically. But I also said you should go clockwise around the map. Another reason for this is if you're starting in Caveris base camp, you can simply just run out of the base camp into South Caveris. Though personally, I wouldn't recommend doing that, since the only way to break the gold crates in South Caveris is to use a snowboard. I instead recommend teleporting to this Ryuka device. A huge problem with this zone is how spread out it is. For this reason, I will display where each resource in the zone is generally, and I will suggest some pathing. However, you can take a different path depending on what you're looking for, and if you know you don't have to farm a certain material on that day, it can speed up the process dramatically. For example, if I have 100 of the crisp vegetables or a fruit or seafood, I do not go grind for them intentionally, but if I have a low quantity of them, I will go look for them. So for that reason, the main important resource here is minerals and gold crates. You'll need a snowboard in this zone to destroy the gold crates. Once you've collected all the gold crates in South Caveris, you can move on to West Caveris. West Caveris is fairly easy. You can rely on the snowboards to go down the side of the mountain to collect all the gold crates and minerals simultaneously. Additionally, in this zone, there is a very good place for Blizzardium. If you simply teleport to the cocoon above Lost Central, you can simply run up to the top of the mountain right next to it. It may take you 2 to 3 trips to clear the mountainside of gold crates and minerals. However, you can get it done in 2, because the snowboard is fairly bad at going uphill, but can reach its max speed going downhill. After being done with West Caveris, I highly recommend traveling to North Caveris, and in North Caveris, you are simply breaking the yellow crystals and throwing them at the yellow crates. Thankfully, resources in North Caveris are fairly close together. The only one that isn't is seafood, which can be a hassle and greatly increase the time spent gathering on that day if you need to get the seafood there. For the seafood, I recommend taking a detour to go to the seafood before going down the path that gathers the gold crates and fruit and veggies. Minerals are all over the mountain as well, however, since they are out of the way, I usually skip them. Once I'm done with North Caveris, I simply make my way into Central Caveris, and from there I head north, grab the hoverboard, break as much snowall and gold crates as I can find, and then simply head south. In this process you'll find seafood, minerals, snowall, and of course gold crates. And if you come here at night, you can find the notable squid at the top of the streams. Now you should have been doing your dailies as you do this so you don't have to backtrack, and at this point you should be done with most of your dailies. Just simply teleport to either Beluga Ruins or Lost Central to finish those dailies. And the same can be said of weekly tasks as well. If you have a weekly task to do a task, other than kill dread enemies, I'd argue, make sure that you do it while you are progressing your daily quests. But I've been RSD. I hope my guide was helpful, and I will see you next time.